Some of my closest friends I met on Nearpeer. Yeah. So like our friendship started on Nearpeer. It was kind of like, oh, we saw that we all had the same majors. So it's like, oh, if you're a chemistry major, join this chemistry group chat. And then everyone like shared their information. And then we talked all the way up until it was time to move in for freshman orientation week. We just hit it off. It's like if you ask how anyone met, they're like, oh yeah, I was on Nearpeer. So I would like 100% tell people to join so you could get comfortable right away.
I have found friends through here, which is, I think, really cool. I looked up, since I want to study meteorology, like people that are interested in meteorology, and I friended them. They said we should be study buddies, kind of stuff like that. I found a couple of guys. I really like to fish in my free time. That's super relaxing for me. So I found a couple of guys. We're thinking about maybe fishing on the weekends. And there's a couple of students from my school that are also going to OU, and they were talking about, hey, I'm looking for a roommate. And I said, download Nearpeer, that I found a roommate in like a couple days. So yes, I have already recommended it to like 3 or 4 people.
For the new student orientation, I already talked to one of the girls. I was like scrolling through the list of names of who was in the chat. And one of the girls I had already been talking to like 2 weeks before. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're here too. And that's just something that really meant a lot to me, because that's one of the main reasons why I got the app in the first place. So it was nice to see that, I was actually making those connections. Like when you meet people, it's a little bit intimidating, but when you see them, on screen, it's a little bit easier. So I would definitely recommend it to people like me who have a little bit of like social anxiety.
I'm actually a first generation student. I'm from the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and both my parents didn't go to school here. The thing you like about Nearpeer is that there are over 1,000 different hobbies that people can put in their bio. And it opens a broad spectrum for anyone to just find their niche and also to find other people that are in that similar niche. I think that can really create a sense of belonging in someone, knowing that they are not the only one and there are other people like them. And it was first just a conversation starter, but now I'm able to actually be real friends. And so, yeah, that's pretty awesome about the app.
I really, really wish I would have had Nearpeer when I was a freshman student, because even being a local student, born and raised here in Fresno, it was still nerve-wracking between the time of I accepted my admissions and that time right before orientation. And as a student leader, just already scrolling like through the messages and seeing what like I can answer or what I can help students on. It was amazing to see all of these students are like answering each other and helping each other out. It was absolutely amazing. And another thing too is just, that it's safe and it's secure, because it's only going to be Fresno State users or only users of that university. Whereas compared to Instagram, you never know who's following you and who's not. So like, it's a lot safer.
I would say that I was definitely nervous and scared, just because it was going to be a completely new like environment. And I think the app definitely had an impact on my transferring process, because it did make it easier. Sometimes it's harder to start friendships in person. So I feel like Nearpeer can be like the first step into like starting new friendships.